So hello friends, welcome back to our channel Exam Buddy. Now let's do our assignment for cloud computing and distributed system week second assignment second. So the first question is, in server virtualization, which component directly manages the physical hardware and exposes virtualized resource to VMs? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says the physical hardware is managed by a hypervisor. The hypervisor provides an emulated view of the hardware to the VMs, which the VMs treat as their substrate to run a guest OS on. So the answer of our first question is B, hypervisor. And now let's go to our question number 2. Docker containers are described as isolated processes that primarily share what with other containers. So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says Docker. It runs as an isolated process in user's space on the host operating system, sharing the kernel with other containers. So the answer of our second question is B, host kernel. And now let's go to our question number 3. In Docker networking, external network connectivity is commonly provided using. So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says external network connectivity is provided through a NAT, that is a network address translator. So the answer for our third question is B, NAT. And now let's go to our question number 4. In SRIOV, what is a virtual function on the NIC? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says SRIOV, the NIC provides a physical function which is just a standard Ethernet port. In addition, it also provides several virtual functions which are simple queues that transmit and receive functionality. So the answer of our fourth question is D, a simple queue with transmit receive functionality mapped to a VM. And now let's go to our question number 5. In Open vSwitch design, where do the smarts rule policy decisions primarily reside? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says Open vSwitch. So the smarts of this approach is the switch routing decisions lies in user space. So the answer of our fifth question is A, user space. And now let's go to our question number 6. In Open vSwitch, what is primarily handled in the kernel? So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says Open vSwitch packet forwarding on the other hand is handled largely in the kernel broadly. So the answer of our sixth question is A. And now let's go to our question number 7. Mininet is best described as, so these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says introduction to Mininet. Mininet creates a realistic virtual network running real kernel, switch and application code on a single machine. So the answer of our seventh question is C. And now let's go to our question number 8. In SDN, the logically centralized controller is primarily intended to, so these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says need of SDN. Networks are complex just like computer system having system with software, but worse than that it's a distributed system. So the answer of our eighth question is B. And now let's go to our question number 9. VL2 uses obvious routing, meaning that a flows path. So these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says means it is difficult to adapt. So this leads us to a design that is what's called obvious routing. It means that the path along which we send a particular flow does not depend on the current traffic matrix. So the answer of our ninth question is C. And now let's go to our question number 10. Google's B4 is characterized as, so these are the options, and now let's check the explanation. So explanation says before Google's fan. Google's B4 was the first highly visible SDN success. It is a private WAN connecting Google's data center across the planet. It has 12 locations spread across 3 different continents. So the answer of our 10th question is B. Now submit your answer. So friends, if you want more assignment answer in future, so you have to do one thing, you have to subscribe our channel. So thank you friends for watching our video.